My name's Ethan Shingoose, from Whitecap Dakota Nation, and a little bit about myself is really into my culture. I like drumming and stuff like that, like playing the flute. Um, yeah, I just want to dive deeper into my culture a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah, Zaidan Shingoose from Whitecap Dakota Nation too, and I like drumming, basketball, anything cultural too. I like going to sweats and stuff. Like, big thing about me is my culture holds me together, calms me down.
Mm, That's awesome. And before we started, you guys were playing. Do you guys want to do a play a little bit?
Yeah, I'll play a
Just
little bit.
share?
Sure,
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
go for it. And then we'll get going with the
You
podcast.
go first. Song, song,
Sing flag song or what?
Yeah.
flag song. 3 6 flag song.
Might as well, flags right there.
Get your cable square, get me go no, get way ho, ga get ga we make basta, Get your game on square, get big on no, get sweet we ho, get go we make pasta,
Powerful. Describe that feeling for your spirit when you sing, when you play the flute, when you drum.
Oh man,
What goes through?
feels good. It's like emotionally releasing. I can just just let it all out. Plus, it's pretty grounding too. Because for thousands of years, that's what my ancestors did. And it's good to know that I'm still practicing what was punished for so long. So that's just how I feel when I drum. Empowered. Yeah.
Yeah, that's same thing with me. What he said, but like it like helps my stress. Like when I, drum and stuff, all that stress and like negative energy goes away. Like it's just me, the drum, It's it's just what I do with love, and just takes away all those negative thoughts, and all that negative energy that comes around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can feel the shift in both of you when sitting up a little bit taller, a
Yeah.
little bit more pride. You're
Yeah.
smiling.
Yeah.
When they're playing, it just shifted.
Oh, yeah.
That spirit inside of you is woken now.
Yeah.
Good segue into this.
Yeah.
It's cool, like, because like you said, I could feel it. I could feel the energy shift. I could feel everything change. Um, so what is a flag song? Like
It's
what?
like for the treaties and stuff, like yeah, how they made the song. Like I'm not really like I didn't get really much knowledge on that. Yeah, I just kind of got taught it, but like from my view, it's kind of like when they made the treaties and stuff. That's how they kind of like made the songs and stuff. It means way more and stuff. So
Mm.
yeah,
So how long have you guys been playing instruments, learning about culture?
I've been drumming probably since like last year. Yeah, last year
Okay,
started in my
so
grade 9
very
year.
new.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been playing instruments since elementary school. Actually, I played in band. I played the alto sax, and
Okay.
then I played I played my French flute a little, like the big ones. And, just recently, yeah, I started picking up the drumming and round dancing with Ambrose. He comes by every Tuesday in fourth period, and we'll jam out. And then Mr. Fox recently got his flute and been playing it all lunch and stuff, and getting better at that.
And where do you learn? How do you get better?
I just keep playing, man. To be honest with you,
Just freestyling.
yeah, just freestyle. It's just see what sounds best and see what I like hearing. So yeah, it's just how I went.
Right on.
How did you guys start at Bedford?
So it's actually a little long story. So I went to a school in the north end, Brownell, and then I was there grade 7. So in the classroom, things aren't going so well for me. Like I wasn't learning. I was just not really engaged. So what my principal did was she found this program at Westmount called Let's Lead, and what it is an outdoor land-based program. So I went there, did that. It was actually a really good program. Helped me a lot with schooling and finding like a point in educating myself because like my dad always says, education brings buffalo. Um, but yeah, after that grade 8 land-based program, I met Mr. Knutson over at Bedford, and yeah, that's where my journey started, with meeting Mr. Knutson and having my passion for land-based that I learned at youth life.
yeah. I just followed my older brother. It's just he went to this school. I went to that school till grade 5 with Brownell. Then once he went to Westmont, I transitioned to Westmont too. Stayed in there just for my grade 8, 7. I didn't go to Let's Lead, and then I got into the outdoor program at Bedford. But I was already going to go there because he went there. So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
follow
yeah,
my
fuck,
footsteps.
yeah.
What's your guys like when you talk about the land based program? Like what is that? Like what can you explain what that is? What you guys do?
So instead of like learning and basically like four walls and a roof, we'll go outside and we'll learn about that. So so like an example, last year for geography 20 in my land based, we go out camping in different like geographical places,
Mm,
like up north
cool.
in Canada, down south in Saskatchewan, and then we learn about that specific like topography and why that area is like that,
Mm.
opposed to studying it in a classroom, right? Environmental science, same thing too.
Yeah. The same thing. Like that's Lambert's. He was in the classes before me too, so he speaks on it way better
What's
than
the best? What's your favorite place you went out and camped at?
Oh, probably Mississippi, way up north by Laurence. We went up there and we camped on a few different islands. Actually, it was pretty fun. That was our year-end trip, so it was a pretty big trip.
forget what it's called. Like there's like more up north. Forget what it's called though. There's some guy who owned that land. Canoe to his friends with
Oh,
him.
Baker's Land.
Yeah, Baker's land. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun place camping there.
Does it ever like just start pouring?
Oh
Like
yeah,
Oh
raining?
yeah, yeah.
That's
That
the fun part.
Is it?
Fun part.
Okay. Okay.
Can you explain some of the different weathers that you guys experience when you're out camping? That make
just
it
like
feel-
crazy weather, like rain and stuff. Like
Yeah.
at that Baker's land, is it called Baker's
Mhm.
Land? Yeah, that one where we were the last day or whatever. We were supposed to pack up all the bags and stuff for out. But we woke up and it was like pouring rain in the morning. And it was windy and stuff, so we just had to get our rain gear on. We're just like, ah, get in the bus, load up everything. You can't forget nothing. It's just fun, yeah.
Is that when the bus couldn't make it to you guys? You guys had to haul it out?
Yeah, Kurutsu just kept driving up and down, up and down. Yeah. We were still waiting there in the cold and we're just sitting there.
What did you learn about yourself during that time?
Uh, and I like outdoors and stuff. Yeah. That was like for the probably like one of my first like actual camping trips, like, out there and stuff.
Mm.
Doing everything for yourself, cooking and all that stuff. That's like the real deal there.
Was it harder than you thought it was gonna be?
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Set up the tents and stuff. Like just doing a whole bunch of stuff. There's so much activities, especially like that day where you had to do it's like a reflection time on yourself. I had to go.
Mm.
I just went walking around deep in like the field or there, dark and scary. Just looked up and I was like, there ain't no coyotes in here. There ain't no coyotes in here.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. How long is that alone time?
It was like an hour.
An hour.
And there no lights, no nothing, no phone.
Wow.
Nothing. You're just sitting there looking at the stars. I was just pretty calming actually.
Yeah.
Got to, actually take a break for myself instead of like, being at school and stuff inside the city. That's the best part. Yeah.
I've been in some pretty horrific weather camping. Probably the worst is we were in the middle of a lake. We're canoeing, and then a huge storm comes in, and the waves are about or the white caps are about 2-3 feet high. They're like super big, and then so like we almost tipped, so we bail. We go to shore. We get left by our class because we don't want to tip and the hypothermia. Um, yeah, that whole week we were camping, it was pretty much raining. Tent was damp. Woke up with a puddle in our tent.
Mm.
It's cold, miserable. A lot of kids were miserable, but it's one
You ever
thing.
think like, what am I doing out here?
Oh yeah. Lots of times it's like, what did I sign up for?
Yeah.
Why did I do this? But then it's just like those times that like help you like feel grateful for those those sunny days and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like we were just talking about back there. Like when you're in it, it seems so, like you can't really see anything
Yeah,
else.
you don't realize.
But then once you look back at it, it's like, that wasn't so bad.
It's
Yeah.
very fun. Just cold a little bit. Yeah.
Hungry,
Yeah.
almost died. Not so bad.
Not so bad. Yeah.
So what got you guys into like culture? Like what made you want to learn? Where did you guys grow up?
I grew
In-
up here in the city.
Yeah.
In Saskatoon?
City.
Yeah, in the city.
Okay.
So I was a city kid all my life. So
City, India.
Yeah.
I never really like specifically wanted to learn my culture. It kind of just came to me, I guess you could say. But where I wanted to learn more of it was probably through land based because it opened me up to it gave me a perspective that I never had before. Like, everything is connected. Everything can bounce off each other. Not everything's just it's one thing. So, and then like that kind of just played into me wanting to learn everything in my culture because I didn't really feel balanced as a person. Going to school, learning one subject only, not having no connection with the teacher, none of that. My teacher not knowing where I come from, who I am.
Yeah. Like we didn't really grow up cultural or nothing. We never were like going to like sweats. We were dancing, we were singing, we were really doing cultural, but we still had those teachings on our culture and stuff. And like I still remember like grade 4 and stuff. I took this game box or whatever, like this little like cardboard box. I put tape around it as like a little hand drum, listen to videos because I really wanted to sing. Like always wanted to sing my whole life, and like I got the chance when I got to Bedford. I seen that big drum, and I was like, I want to do that. I want, have my own drum group. Have my own hand drums and stuff. And, like I do it for like my ancestors, my dad, my mom, my brother. Like braid my hair and stuff for them too. Like it's just helps me a lot during like hard times and stuff. That's how I sort of started out. Yeah.
So both of you have long hair. What does your hair mean to you?
Um, it's like really meaningful in like a spiritual matter. Like it really connects me. It really helps by like ups and stuff. And like I also wear it for like the ancestors that couldn't who got it cut off and stuff. You know, like that's mostly why I wear it and stuff. Plus, it just makes me proud knowing knowing I don't take offense to those like things people say. Oh, you're a girl. Oh, you're all this and stuff. Like because yeah, like when I went to school at the north side or something, I used to get bullied from this other school and stuff. They used to like pull my hair, like sometimes they would like slap me and stuff. Like I really got bullied and stuff. But like my dad and my mom helped me out a lot, like with that. Because there's times where I really wanted to cut my hair and stuff. My mom and dad said no, you can't, you shouldn't. You'll want this in the future, and turns out I did. You know.
Yeah, my hair means a lot to me too, actually. Uh, mainly for me, it's mainly honor because a lot for a long period of time we were told what to wear, how to look, and what to speak. So for me, it's kind of just fighting that and wearing it for those that wanted to wear it but couldn't, and also just being proud of who I am and where I come from, because not a lot of people know where they come from, and a lot of people are lost in the city and stuff.
Do you feel like a lot more grounded now that you're kind of learning about your culture?
Oh yeah,
Do you feel
yeah.
like you're like kind of you know who you are, where you came from?
Yeah.
I feel like it protects me also in a way too by keeping, like the drugs and alcohol and like I've been told that by elders that too, like my hair and knowing my culture, that kind of spirituality, I guess, can protect you from those bad energies and like bad medicines, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We recently just came from Michael Linklater's Boys with Braids conference a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and we had there's probably about 13 of us, say maybe 15 young men.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you guys take away from that when you were there and you had time to reflect after and you heard the youth mentors speaking on their hair?
Yeah.
We heard Elden Maria speaking. We heard Mike.
Mhm.
Mike share a story, and you guys had some different teaching. What did you guys take away from that?
Took away some of like the speakings with their hair and stuff. Like yeah, like I'm still learning about my hair a lot. Like, you know, like I just started learning about it like a couple years ago and stuff. I only started braiding my hair when I was like 12. Yeah, around there. So I took away like those concepts that they like talked about and stuff. Like with like how they got bullied and stuff. And I really like connected with them and stuff because I didn't know none of them went through that or nothing like that. So that's sort of what I took away from it was like, like me, what's that word? I just said it. Anyway.
It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Ethan, what did you take away from the Boys with Braids conference?
Empowering our brothers.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of like even my own friends, they don't know the significance of it or what it can mean to other people. I feel that, educating and, empowering our other youth or brothers or, whatever to educate themselves on that and, wear it long because they're not going to be the only one. Got you with your braids, my brother, me.
Yeah, we're actually what I took away from it after was you can host our own. We're gonna host one at Bedford Road. These young men are part of the planning committee, I guess if you want to call it. So we already have all these different ideas, breakout sessions, speakers, Google Forms ready to send out to elementary kids. And these guys are going to be the ones speaking on the hair, the drum, powwow dancing, teaching them how to braid it, and we'll be the panel to share the teachings.
How do you feel about that?
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
excited for that.
excited, not nervous.
No,
No,
not
I
at all.
just I'm excited because I know I'm gonna be a role model for younger people, and I know as myself I looked at older people like that, elders with the braid or whatever, So I just want to be that person for them too, because I know that doesn't come around a lot,
Right.
especially here, Catholic schools, public schools.
What grade are you guys in? How old are you?
I'm 12 and I'm 17 years old.
17.
The 18 in February.
Okay. February what?
22nd.
Okay, I'm in February too.
Yeah,
It's a good month.
for real. Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so much.
Yeah,
And-
grade 10. I'm 15. Yeah. Sport, July 5th, 2010.
Okay.
Got that summer.
Yeah. Is it like kind of intimidating when you think about being a leader? Like when you look at the leaders in your life, the mentors you guys have, does it like make you a little bit scared of having a responsibility like that?
Yeah.
Because like when you think about leading, when I think about leading, I think about leading by example.
Yeah.
So there's like a couple of things that come with that. One is being the person you say you are, right? Because when it comes to leading, you got to build trust. People have to trust you.
Yeah.
And if you're not being the person you say you are, you're going to lose trust, right?
Yeah.
And then the other part of that is understanding that nobody's perfect. Now, you don't have to be perfect to be a leader, right?
Sure.
So everyone has flaws. Everyone makes mistakes, but just being okay with that. Even myself as a boxing coach, as a owning a business, as being a leader to a lot of people.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm not perfect, and I'm okay with that, and I'm not hard on myself because I understand that this is my journey, and I'm going through it, and I'm able to go through it with people that are maybe looking at me a certain way, and I don't have to be on this pedestal all the time,
Yeah.
and that kind of gives me a little bit of ease. Because I think some people who get into a leadership position think they have to be perfect, which isn't always true, right? But for you guys, when you think about leadership and being leaders, what does that look like for you guys?
Like it's like for me, it's like lead by example. Like if I'm like helping people drumming and stuff, and I'm saying respect the drum and stuff, and like also I'm also just like being bonkers on it, swearing around it and stuff,
Right.
not showing that respect that I'm teaching people and stuff. Like that's just not a good way. Like they'd be like, well, why are you teaching this? But you're doing this. It's that's like what I think it is. It's leading by example and obviously not being perfect, but like, still committing to what you're talking about and teaching people.
For me, it's like doing what you know is right, because people will see that and they'll follow you. And I've experienced that myself, where I'll be doing something, and another kid's goofing off, and uh the teacher will tell him, and then he'll kind of just come do what I'm doing, or they'll come stand by me, or I find that I got to tell other kids to do the right thing. And I think a lot of it has to go with wisdom, just doing what you know is right and what will benefit you for the future and others too, not just yourself.
It's good too, because like even touching on that, doing what you know is right. is like that's something you just feel,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I think it's not the same for everyone. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
true.
like this blanket thing. So some people might look at what you're doing and saying, "Hey, man, that's not right."
Yeah.
But you know it's right.
Alright.
You can feel it. You know, just because you're making somebody upset doesn't mean it's not right. You know, and it's like those things that make it a little bit complicated too. You know, so if you can just keep on the inside, you know, like you know what you're doing is right, and you know
Yeah.
what you're doing is wrong too. You know, like you can feel it. You can feel those things, and you know. So sometimes it's like someone's trying to convince you that what you're doing isn't right when you know it's right.
It just go. It helps with a lot with not feeling judged either, because again, you know it's right, and you know it's what you're supposed to be doing, and you know having that ancestors belief, I feel, enforces that even more. You know, like I was walking to a room, you know, I might be the only indigenous person. I'm just like, all right, Ethan, walk in there, like you got 300 ancestors behind you. You know, walk loud and proud, head high. You know, yeah.
What does being a Scapios mean to you, Zayden?
Means like helping out like what needs to be, you know, sort of done. Or if like I got asked by say Elder Tim or someone or even a different elder to be of Scapios for their rocks or their stuff for the sweats and stuff. Like that just means for me like just to like help them because you know obviously they're my elder and stuff. So let's just get out there, you know, because also I love that too. Yeah. So I yeah, that's sort of what it means to me. It's just helping out and not getting, not expecting something in return. Because I would never do that. But for another, I would be like, "Oh, where's my money then?"
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
It's the only now.
yeah, like I would be going like that. If they ask you, I'd be like, "Okay, well, it's my culture. I shouldn't be charging. I shouldn't be trying to. I should be thinking I'm getting something in return, stuff for that." So yeah, it's sort of what it means for me, mostly. Though, yeah.
When was the first time you were a Scapios, Ethan? Do you remember?
I think it was at a teacher's sweat actually.
Yes.
In Mr. Knutsen's class in grade 9. Yeah, I went there. There was Gene there, and Tim was there, and then I ran Tim's lodge. Yeah, I ran Tim's lodge. But yeah, um, you know, Scopios means a lot to me. You know, it for one, like obedience. You know, taking in what's around me and the people, experiences, and all that, and giving back, not expecting anything back in return. You know, because as a helper, I feel like you're supposed to give yourself, not you know, you take it.
What does Mr. Knutson? What does he's one of a kind?
Oh yeah, shout out Mr. Knutson.
Yeah, because he is one of a kind. What makes him one of a kind?
um,
What does he do for you guys? What does he offer? What does he teach?
Is like dedication to learn like stuff outside like different cultures and stuff and
oh yeah,
his dedication just to like learn and stuff and like is like he's not being like, oh, I'm better because I know this and stuff. He like because like there's obviously like some teachings he knows what I don't, but there's also some teachings I know but he doesn't, and he's not going like, oh, it's like this way and stuff. It's like, oh really? I never heard that before. Oh, it's stuff like you know, like it's weird.
I like that. Yeah.
oh, I think it's his energy. I think his energy is a big one. You know, he really carries himself, and he's a real uplifted guy. You know, he's never down. Like if you see him, like well, you know, he'll have his moments, but you know, he always has a smile on his face. He always comes and shakes your hand, asks how you're doing, good morning, you know, and then you know he asks if how you're feeling that day, and you know it's just a real connecting conversation when he approaches you. So a real happy guy, a real happy guy.
He called me this morning.
Yeah.
He called me and thanked me for having you guys on. and I could just tell, I could just hear in his voice how much gratitude he had, how happy he was that you guys were coming on here, that you guys were gonna be talking, and I think it just shows like how good of a person he is. You just reach out like that. And I asked him, "When are you coming on? When are you coming on the podcast?" You know, he said, "Never."
That guy's got lost.
I know. So tell him to come on.
Yeah. So I had met your dad in North Alfred. I was teaching there. He did his internship there. So he came into the school. He brought Red Pheasant. He was with Red Pheasant School, grade 8s or 9s. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I remember he was finishing up his internship, and he was asking me questions about education and indigenous education, and he was sharing what he learned, his experiences. Where do you guys get that importance of education? Because I know your dad doesn't have to remind you guys that many times as he should, but he lets you guys get up in the morning. You guys get yourself dressed. You guys find your way to school. Where did that come from? Because lots of our students sometimes need reminders and gentle reminders. Sometimes it's firm reminders, but it's never with you guys. You guys are at school every single day.
as much as we can.
Yeah.
Like it came from like when he's like talking and like he was like he used to always talk about us go to school and stuff because we used to always skip and stuff. We used to like never go to school and stuff. Like so like he was just talking about it. He's like without education, like you'll always sort of be down here. Like once you get the degree and stuff, that's when you bump up and that's when you could like just be financially free, kind of like have more time for the stuff that you like really love and the job that you love, you know, that type of stuff. So yeah, he's spoken a lot on education and how it's very important in our lives. That's why like anytime we get a chance, we'll go like when Chuck was starting off last week, like asking you and stuff. Also, we got an Uber and stuff like that.
I got this going on an Uber, yeah.
Yeah,
Chuck didn't start.
it's awesome. We were like, Chuck this there, like, oh, say like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't go to school.
Let's skip.
That would have been me, in high school. I'd have been like, well, this is fate.
Yeah.
This space, get on the game.
For real.
Get on, boys.
It's all done at school.
Yeah. How does that feel to be first graduate out of the kids, out of your brother, your family? How does that feel?
Feels pretty good, I'd say. Being an indigenous person, especially, we weren't allowed to walk those stages until the 60s, 70s in university and stuff like that. So, to be walking the stage today for, a lot of people, not just myself, means a lot to me. I think that's a part of what helps me get through education also is me getting myself up there because a lot of times our people are down here. Like, we're just the odds are already against us when we're brought into this world. So, me being where I am right now at 17 is pretty empowering. Respect, all that kind of stuff.
Is that what you want to move toward? Is like education, being a teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it, going through ITEP.
Hmm.
Mainly, I want to become like maybe a land-based teacher or a land-based consultant and consult with the school board system or something and make the curriculum more outdoor-based because when you get to these grade 11, 12, and the indigenous population in science and math and stuff, it just drops, graduates drop. And I've always wondered why, but I think it's because, we can't relate to that. These are Albert Einstein's and Nikola Tesla's PhDs. These aren't what we knew.
How does your dad? Is your dad's big in education?
Oh yeah.
And he's not in the classroom anymore.
Yeah.
What does he do now? How does he go out and teach? Because he still teaches.
Yeah, he still teaches, but he does land based now. He switched from going in the classroom to land based because he realized like a lot of the ways he was teaching when he first started was not working for the kids who weren't engaged. You know, he's kind of more or less an authority figure than someone authentic that actually, you know, been through it or whatever, you know.
What does he go around and do? What does he present on?
He presents on indigenous science and math. Like he talks a lot about our fire teachings and star stories, and you know even our medicines and how that relates to, like, you know, chemistry or something, you know, stuff like that. You know, material science, knowing what holes to use from a teepee, you know, bow and arrow physics, you know, that drawing the bowstring is like kinesthetic energy, I'm pretty sure, yeah. You know, the mass and volume of the arrow. There's a lot of science that goes into our ways, but it's just not acknowledged, you know.
Do you guys hunt?
No, that's how I want to get into that.
That's what we've been trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to sign up on Whitecap to do that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we missed the date.
Yeah.
So gotta wait.
So how do you guys have ties to a Whitecap again?
Our mom.
Yeah, that's where my mom and grandma are from.
How often do you have to go out there?
Pretty often, usually when there's an event or something or a sweat, usually they'll have a sweat out there pretty often.
Linklater Lodge you go to?
Yeah. Me and Mr. Knutson go out there pretty often. It's a good sweat.
Yeah.
If 'cause I know you guys look up to your dad a lot. I see it. I see it in the way you guys look at him and you're proud of him and he's proud of you.
Hmm.
If you could thank your dad today, what would you say to him for getting you to graduation?
Like, what would I say to my dad?
Yep. If he was sitting here today.
You know, I just want to thank him for all the hardships that he's pushed through, you know, and it wasn't even for him, it was for us boys, you know. He knew that he had to, you know, pick up his slack and build a future that could sustain me and my brother. And, you know, thankfully he did, because, you know, it gave us this opportunity today to be on this podcast and share that. So I just, you know, I'd say I'm really thankful for, you know, the strength he has spiritually, and, you know, the dedication and how much love he has for us to, you know, do what he does today. Because a lot of, like, he says that a lot, you know, if it wasn't for us boys, you know, he'd probably be on a different path. And, you know, I very much believe him because he's a real dedicated and committed person. And, you know, that can be good or bad.
I'd say thanks for like all the stuff he sacrificed for us and stuff. Like he lived in North Battleford. He was teaching on Red Pheasant area and stuff. He moved back here for us and stuff. And like he just dropped everything sort of there. And like he moved back here for like a year straight. He was doing like hour and 30 drives back and forth from Red Pheasant back here and stuff. He'd still come home with like you know, a good energy and to cook and stuff, and you
Go out and
yeah.
do something, you know.
Yes, I also thank him for like the teachings he gave both of us and stuff, like the education stuff, like, and like just all sorts of teachings he like speaks with us about and stuff. Yeah, just good guy. Really look up to my dad.
Bro is a real good role model.
How do you balance it with your mom now? Because you guys go back and forth. Mom,
Yes.
dad. Because your mom teaches you things. Your mom give you those teachings. She gives you wisdom.
Yeah, my mom taught me a lot of emotional balance and how to, you know, handle myself. You know, a lot of times when I was younger, I used to blow up or get angry, and, you know, just because that's what I seen. And, you know, I was never taught anything, but, you know, through my mom, you know, she helped me realize that there's there's an inner peace that you can tap into, that, you know, you don't have to um, feel angry and all that, you know. So, like, the big one for me was, you know, my emotional balance and my external, I guess.
Yeah, she's taught me about a lot about my emotions and stuff like that, the balance and stuff. Like used to sort of be like, yeah, I used to kind of blow up sometimes too. Like just not not as much, but like when I did, I'd be like, okay, a tornado sort of thing, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'd really get mad, but like not at people. I'd take it out on objects and stuff, like yeah, she just taught me like how to balance that and to like solve the problem, not get mad about it. Cause like getting mad about it like really won't, like you're just wasting time. All that time you're getting mad about it, you could be like solving it and
Right.
stuff like that. Yes, she teaches me a lot about that stuff.
How to release too,
Mm-hmm.
so that it doesn't just like filled up like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
and then explode.
That's one thing she's really good at telling you. Just don't let it bottle up. Don't hold grudges, because if you don't know how to talk about your feelings, you'll ruin a lot of relationships that way by not communicating how you feel or what you think about a person. And it's not to judge them; it's just to get that out there, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So Cole and I are big believers in men's mental health. And I know you guys are young men.
Mhm.
What does it mean to be teenagers' mental health? Because I know you guys go through your struggles. You guys have your adversities, your challenges. I see you guys overcome them every single day. What does mental health mean for you as a 17-year-old in grade 12 and as a grade 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, grade 10, because you guys go through it every single day. And I see it when you walk around the hallways. I see it when you're at Scapfios. I see it. I mean, you guys are fighting through some adversity.
I think it's like at my age, especially, maybe having something you're passionate about or believe in, because I feel like that's what grounds you and um keeps that vision rather than someone just pushing me off, sideswiping me off the road. Like, yeah.
You, when someone says
Elaborate that question. I can't.
when someone
Not-
says you're too young to understand, Zaidan, you'll know when you're older.
Oh well, like there's some things when you're too young to understand. Like you can't be like 5 years old and also everything. But still, like if I know like know something like the basics or something, and they're still trying to like say like you're too young to understand and stuff. It's like, well, the people talk to me and stuff. People teach me and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of like it's sort of like a saying where I think it's like, oh, I'm better than you because I know more than you because I'm older and stuff like that. People have their own knowledge and stuff. People have their own brain. They know their own stuff. Yeah.
That's when you give them one of these.
Yeah.
That's it's interesting. Like, that's a good question, because when I think about like being a teenager, like I didn't think like you guys when I was your age. I was like, I partied till I was 27. So I was like not even thinking like that. I was not thinking about my culture. I didn't start learning about my indigenous background, my family. I didn't even meet them till after high school. And I didn't even think about learning that time at Kayla, and started going to reserves and going to communities and going to schools. So like you guys are way farther ahead than I was at your age. So I think about like the mental health and how different it is for people that are older and people that are like middle aged and then people that are teenagers. I think it's important for you guys to just like learn those tools of release, because you guys are going to mess up thousands of times from now till the time you're 30, 35, 40.
Yeah.
You're just going to be like learning who you are the hard way.
Yeah.
And for some people the hard way is harder than other people, and you guys are just going to be testing things out, learning, regrouping, falling back down, getting back up, brushing yourself back off. And it's like you just got to figure out those tools that like never keep you down,
Yeah.
until you become the person you want to be or need to be. And it's just going to be a bunch of that over and over again. right? Whereas when you get older, I think like 30 to 40, you're becoming the person you are, and then 40, you're probably pretty close to the person you are, or like understanding it, So it's like the tools you need are just different.
Yeah.
And right now, your guys' tools are just going to be like, how do I be resilient in this learning experience, which is going to be like super hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of like, just like falling over and getting back up and like learning how to laugh about it and like not taking yourself too serious and just doing that over and over again until you now have this toolkit of tools that you've like gotten along the way. And then, by the time get to a position where you're maybe living the life you want to live, now you can be that person. And when you're there, now mental health is like, because now you're going to be battling, am I the person I want to be? And now you're like, have I lived my life? You're going to be trying to look back and like compare to other people. And like, that's where you need a different set of tools, because it's like, you're there anyways. It doesn't matter if you could have done better. You didn't, and now it's like, you got to suffer through that. Right. So it's just like your challenges will just keep shifting and changing. And I think you guys are just doing well. And that I just ranted, but yeah, but yeah, I think you guys are doing really well. You guys seem like you have good heads on your shoulders. And you guys are like looking at life through like a really cool lens.
Thank you. Oh yes, that's probably comes from more or less mentality, like that mentality of like, who cares what other people says, like like the guy just feed me and stuff. Like, doesn't matter. Don't have to be inside of the mix, like
Right.
you could be out of there and stuff. So yeah, it's a lot with like mentality and those teachings and stuff with like why we're like that, and like, why we both see our own futures and stuff. Like, yeah, it's just pretty like the teachings and stuff. Yeah.
Out of the 4 aspects of the medicine wheel, which one do you connect with the most?
Hmm.
Probably the spiritual one.
Spiritual one?
Yeah.
Why?
Because my hair, like my connection with my culture and stuff, like it helps my spirit be like happier and stuff. And like I really work on myself like mentally and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just probably the most one I connect to. It's my spirit.
For me, it'd probably be mine. Pretty good at controlling how I think and what I react to, or if it's even worth thinking about. Because a lot of times there'll be some things that irritate me, but I also know that it's just out of my control, So I can't really do anything. So just, I don't know, coast away from it, chill out.
Well, I'm gonna get Cole excited here. I don't know if you know, Ethan was in boxing before.
Where?
Was for like a year, yeah.
Yeah,
Cope
yeah.
is.
Oh yeah.
That's there too.
Copus.
Oh, never mind. Rivals. No, just kidding.
Just kidding. He's actually a really good friend of mine, Gary.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. I'm trying to get him on the podcast. He's like, if I come on there, we'll probably get canceled. I'm like, okay. But how did you compete?
No, I didn't compete, but I did some sparring and training.
Cool.
I got pretty decent at it, and even my friends told me, "It's like, why don't you stick to it? You probably." I don't know, man. I don't want to get knocked around.
Yeah, it is something to think about.
Yeah,
because it's like obviously getting punched in the head is not healthy.
Yeah,
It's
it's fun, but I mean, it's not healthy.
Yeah, because I think about it for my kids is like, do I want them boxing? Like, I don't know. I don't know yet.
Yeah,
Like I want them to know how to defend themselves for sure. But like to get punched around.
Yeah.
I'm like, my memory's not that great. So it's like
It's showing up in my friends now. I'm like, bro, I don't know.
You're slurring a bit.
You just need to take
You got
off.
some drool here. Let me clean you up.
Go hit the bed.
No, I get it, man. Yeah. It's okay, before we move past the medicine wheel, because I was thinking like the spiritual is the one I struggle with the most. That's like the hardest one for me to like wrap my head around. And it's something I've always struggled with, spirituality or like religion, or it's just something I never grew up with. So it's like something that I always like struggle to connect with, but it's something I want to connect with more. But I wanted to ask you, which one do you connect with the most, and which one do you struggle with the most? For me, I'm connected with physical because I'm so jacked. But go ahead.
Physical is the one that I connect with the most too. But I'm learning. I learned the hard way through this that right now I have a slight meniscus injury, so my physical part is taken away. The normal activities that I normally do, and it takes it away too because I went to a sweat last Sunday, and I was trying to sit with my leg out, and it was too much for me. And I tried to sit with my legs crossed. It was definitely too much for me. I ended up just laying down. But I was fortunate enough that there was room to lay down, because I would have really had to go somewhere else in my prayers because my physical body wasn't allowing me to do what I wanted to do. So then that's where it takes me back to the spiritual side now. But I've been injured quite a few times in the last 10 years. So when I'm taken away from the physical part, I really have to dig into my tools of ceremony, culture, journaling. That's where I've learned lots of other communication is something. It was silent battles. I was able to put a band-aid on the silent battles when I go for a run, go to a CrossFit gym, go play soccer, golf. But then when I come back, I didn't really fix anything. I just a band-aid for a bit. And then that's when I was like, Then I did that for so often. Then the creator was like, well, I'm gonna take away your knee for a while, and let's see who we really are now. And that's where the communication piece. So that's where all my tools have come through the injuries, through the journaling, through the oracle cards, through asking for help. I still say that today. That the hardest thing in life for a young man was to ask for help. Yep, and that's what I truly believe, because we have so many silent battles in our head, especially men. Society teaches us this is what a man should do. You should be a provider. Your wife should be at home. You should be working. You should make enough for your family so she can raise the kids. And it's like, damn, it's getting expensive. Expensive, and you're losing out on time. And so that's I get forced to go into the other side of the medicine. That's my big reminder. Like, Shalen, you can't physical all the time in that sense.
That's interesting. Well, we're coming up to an hour, you guys.
Already?
How was no? See, not bad.
What?
Too easy.
2 minutes.
Do another hour.
1 more hour. But before we go, because like Mr. Fox here, he's had like a lot of impact on me and my life. Like mentally, physically, just hanging out with him. He's always super positive. He always has so much gratitude, and I've learned a lot from him. But I wanted to hear from you guys, what you've learned from this guy over here.
Be vulnerable.
Oh yeah, for real.
It's like express your emotions, talk to people about what you're feeling and stuff. He's really big on that stuff. That's what I learned from him. He's talked to me a couple of times, opened up to him and stuff. So that's a big thing I've learned with him. And to be happy.
Always happy.
Yeah.
Always good energy.
Always talking.
Always talking.
For me to be being vulnerable sometimes, and knowing that you're not perfect, and I feel like that helps a lot with everything, that all the experience that Mr. Fox has been through and stuff, like, has just made him the person that he is today. And He taught me to put a smile on my face every time I walk in the room, or be happy. If you're dealing with something, talk about it.
Mm.
There's no one's gonna judge you. Yeah. Yeah, you pretty much just be vulnerable. Not all of us are perfect. Be humble. Stay happy. Keep on keeping on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sing us another song.
What's
What's the song you've been working on? One more start.
Good.
Song you guys have here?
White Buffalo.
Like fuck?
Cap song. No?
Some water for that one.
You want some water?
Yeah, maybe
Sure.
some water. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a good song, this guy.
Let's do healer.
Oh, yeah. Healer, even. Yeah.
This guy is getting really good at this.
I know, man.
Use the washroom too. Where's the washroom?
Just on the right there.
Before I sing that jam.
Did you go to Mr. Law yet? No?
I can play it better than him.
That's so calming. Hey, Cole? Plays it every day. Every break. I'll come in, I'll just be hearing it down the hallway as I'm walking back in.
I want to play it to my dog. I feel like my dog will like it.
Really?
Yeah, cause she'll listen to us drum.
Yeah.
Like when we start drumming, she'll lay down on the floor.
Ah.
First time she heard it though, it spooked her. She's like, takes a lot of breath.
Healer that?
Okay, so before we officially sign off here, you guys wanted to say one more thing, one more message, or something you weren't able to say that you want to say? You guys can just finish off one thing each, and then we'll wrap it up. Whatever you want.
I don't know, I'll go into I'll say a quote. I got a quote for you.
Mine's probably just be yourself. Don't doesn't matter what other people think. It's just you. Don't follow. Be a leader.
Mhm.
That's set your own path. That's for yourself sake and stuff, you know? Yeah. That's probably mine.
Yeah, so I saw this strong quote a couple weeks ago, and it says, "You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot force him to drink the water." Meaning support and just being there for other people. You can't force them to do something. So that's just a little quote I like. The ability to learn is a gift, even when pain is your teacher.
That's good. It's good too because it when you start leading, you start helping people, you also start to realize that not everybody can be helped,
Mm,
and
yeah.
sometimes you're going to put effort into somebody that just isn't ready, and it does get wasted sometimes, so you have to figure out where to put that, and sometimes when people aren't ready, and you could be helping a lot of people, but you're
Yeah.
putting so much time into this thing that just isn't gonna go anywhere, and just to like figure out how to realize that and how to like be okay with that sometimes. How do I give advice without being emotionally attached to that advice?
Yeah.
It's like what they do with it. Sometimes you have to be okay with them doing nothing with it. And not holding resentment, not holding grudges, not being like, okay, this guy never listens to me, I'm not gonna give him advice anymore. It's like sometimes you have to say it 500 times.
Oh yeah.
But just don't be attached to it, because people have to learn how to believe in themselves before they can take your advice anyways.
Right? Yeah, that's why I really like that quote, because you can't force a horse to drink the water.
No.
It'll only drink it if it knows it's clean and it wants to.
Right.
Help someone that don't want to be helped.
Yeah. And some people don't believe they deserve that water.
Yeah, real.
That's tough.
Yeah.
But
real.
Thanks you guys for coming on. That was awesome. It was awesome to meet you guys.
Yeah, it was awesome to meet you too.
I guess again.
Yeah, again.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks, Shalen, for bringing them. You guys are all awesome.
Oh, thank you guys too. Yeah, man. Always look up to you guys and proud of you guys. See you guys grow every single day, man. Want everybody to hear you guys are great.
Well, thank you guys too for allowing me on here. I saw your Instagram a few weeks ago, and I was like, that'd be cool to be on a podcast. And, here I am doing a podcast.
Was it everything you ever imagined?
Pretty much, yeah. I was just talk about who I am, and
yeah,
especially Mr. Fox here. That helps a lot,
It's good. Cool. Awesome. Okay, let's call it there.